My biggest battle my whole career has been my own personal, I wouldn't say, it's my ego against me. It's like, it's not my ego against everybody else. It's my own personal battle with myself. Like, I have a problem saying no to my ideas, and then I have a problem saying no to walking away. I mean, everybody has their own formula or recipe for what makes them tick, or how they get their job done, or whatever they want to accomplish done. The mentality I have usually is you really have to really digest, eat, sleep, and breathe the idea of what you want to accomplish and believe in it. Like, regardless if it's far-fetched or not, you have to brainwash yourself to believe that that is the only option, is this is happening today or tomorrow or whenever the numbers are gonna all line up. There's so many things that I've spent days and days and days trying, and most people would look at me and go, dude, you are an idiot. Why do you keep trying something over and over again so many days in a row? Like, don't you think it would have worked out by now if it was gonna happen? I've had so many of those situations where, yeah, I could easily believe that and, and give up. But I've had those situations where I haven't, and eventually it's paid off. I've had enough of those happen where I know that eventually it's gonna work out, and the commitment to it is all I need. You gotta accept that, there is gonna be some error occasionally, even when you do commit. If this was the magic formula, then everybody would be doing it, and nobody would ever getting hurt, and nobody would ever have any challenge with what they're trying to achieve. That's my approach, man. If anyone's got a different approach and a better formula, then let me know about it. But this is just through, my course of 30 years of plus of skateboarding now. This is how I've learned to achieve what I do on my board. There's not too many sports that I've seen that give so much possibility for individual creativity. And skateboarding was like one of the first things I found as a kid that soothed that whole yearning for wanting to create. I have a brain that likes to create things and do things and take things apart and to put them back together in ways that people don't think about, And I think that's a big part of my skateboarding, is that's my outlet for that. I've always looked at skateboarding like that. I always have looked at it like, where's my place in this, Can I bring something to this that somebody hasn't yet? Is there space for that? Is it, is there creativity left in this, or has it all been figured out? I surfed, and I still do, and I snowboarded a lot when I was younger, and I rode motocross. So I've always had the different perspective on skateboarding from that. Before I started doing the mega ramp stuff, I had already flew through the air at those distances and heights, and was familiar with those speeds of approaching jumps like that, from motocross and from snowboarding. I think anything that's skatable at a standard scale can be glorified to a mega scale at this point, and that's really what my mission has been is, a mega ramp doesn't have to be a quarter pipe. It can be a huge, massive ledge, So, I just have come to the conclusion that, I like skateboarding at 40 miles an hour versus 5 miles an hour. To each and own. Like, I love skateboarding as a whole. I've experienced every little corner of it. So, it's not like I'm being biased without experience. I'm not being biased anyways. I just prefer to do this because it feels good. I like it. It's inspiring. It's what's keeping me motivated. The only downside to this whole progression thing is, with your career, the expectation is to keep progressing as you're getting older. But the risk becomes a lot more substantial as that bar is being raised. So as I'm getting older, it's getting more dangerous. My ideas exceed the financial my financial capabilities all the time. If that wasn't the issue, things would be a lot further along. That's for sure. I mean, it's a game of chess trying to make these things happen. There's a lot of work that goes into what I do behind the scenes that I don't really talk that much about or glorify or think that anyone gives a shit, to be honest. And I wouldn't give a shit really either. It's what people want to see is the finished product. They don't want to see all the nuts and bolts that went into it. And we're making a Plan B video right now, so I've been trying to get my part of that together. That's been fun and interesting at the same time. Each part that I've put my heart and soul into throughout my career, that time period, you know, I look back and I feel so proud of the commitment, you know, that I was able to put forth. But, you know, the reward, that there's something there that you can look at forever. You know, if I meet my expectation for this video, hopefully it'll be something that'll be valuable to skateboarding, you know, for years to come. When I made the decision to leave school when I was in 10th grade, I didn't have any education planned. I didn't have any college coming. You know, it was just like, if this is what I'm doing, this is what I'm doing, and I'm gonna do this to the fullest. And I've lived out what I said I was gonna do when I was a kid, and I was gonna skate until I could not skate anymore. I always told myself that. If I become a pro skateboarder, my career, I want to at least be able to go till 30. I thought that was like a big benchmark, but that was 10 years ago. If it wasn't for skateboarding, I wouldn't know who I really am, really, you know? Like, I might know who I am on the superficially, but I would have never put myself in all these predicaments to really see who I am. It gives you an opportunity to explore who you are in all kinds of ways, physically, mentally, spiritually, on a creative level. There's just so many different things that I've been able to experience through my skateboarding career, and thank God.